Hi everyone, Cendril here, and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. It has been a few weeks for me before I've been able to record my Octopath Traveler. Just had a lot of stuff going on. If you've been in the Discord channel, which you can find the link below, you know we've had just a lot of real life stuff going on, and I've just not recorded any Octopath Traveler. So they've been sporadic at best. But today, I've decided to just sit down and power through a bunch of Octopath Traveler. So that's gonna be my day today. my Sunday. I'm recording this on a Sunday. So, yay! You see, I have a really weird team. Well, weird for me. And that's because we are in a new town. So, a few things off screen. We are in Wellspring. We're going to do Ulbrich's Chapter 3, because it's level 32. And after how Alphen's Chapter 3 went, how bad we got beat up, we still won. Considering it's level 32, I'm going to do that one. Hopefully get some levels, and hopefully it'll go well. That's the plan. I think some settings may have got messed up. It's been a little while. My apologies. So let me turn myself down a little bit. Turn the game up a little bit, and maybe that'll do. To get to Wellspring, from Eastern Sunshade Sands, go down. You'll be in Northern Wellspring Sands, and once you're here, if you head to the west, you walk a little bit south into the west, you will find the Shrine of the Lady of Grace. That is the Dancer subclass. So we have that now. Another thing we have is the Apothecary subclass. From Saintsbridge, just go all the way to the right. And you'll run into the Shrine of the Healer, which is the Apothecary subclass. You see this road, just from Saintsbridge, leave town, head all the way to the right, and you'll run into it. Pretty much straight right. So there you go. Found these two, and I'll go over who has what after we get the party back. I used Alphen to get as much information as I can before having to do Cyrus's ability, and items. Healing Grape, this fur cap I bought. We pretty much broke even on money. I sold old equipment, some really old equipment, and some of the miscellaneous stuff we've had, and bought a few items. This fur cap has a 3% chance, at least for my Therion, who's a much lower level. If you've been using Therion, you might have a higher percent chance. You probably will have a higher percent chance. But this fur cap is 91 physical, 96 elemental, which is better than quite a bit of the stuff we have. Sleepweed, Addlewort, Curious Bloom from this guy, all pretty easy to steal. I didn't steal any of this stuff, but Healing Grape, Inspiriting Plum, and Energizing Pomegranate. I might go back and buy those. I skipped that guy, darn it. Thought I got everybody. Don't scrutinize this lady. She doesn't have anything for you. So, Empowering Ring, Healing Grape. This Infernal Amulet is a 3% chance. I ended up buying it. Got tired of trying to steal it. It greatly reduces fire damage taken. Might come in handy if we come up to an enemy that just spams fire attacks. This guy has a Jaguar Lance. We have better, so I didn't really care. But if you're doing this kind of in a different order than I am, This Jaguar Lance might be really good for you. 15% chance to steal. It's not hard to steal. A heavy blade that was really easy to steal. We have much better, but I ended up just selling it for extra cash. This Primeval Robe is really good though. 99 physical defense, 198 elemental defense, and 35 max SP. Really good robe. 8% chance to steal, surprisingly, not 3. So I'm stealing it after a couple of tries. Tightly sealed envelope. A key item, maybe for one of the quests here in town. I haven't even started them. I wanted to do that on screen. Hey, it was cheap to buy. It was like 3K. So like, I'll just go ahead and buy it instead of the like 3 or 8% steal chance. It was low. I'll just buy it. These were easy to steal. Copper filled and heavy coin pouch. I sold those to get my money back. Pretty much get my money back. Oh, to buy those items, it was around 12K for each. Healing Grape, Bottle of Blinding Dust, Old Coin. I actually bought all of these. It was really cheap. And the old coin sold for 3K, and it was only like 300 to buy. So, surprising, you made money on that. Healing Grape Bunches. I bought the Inspiriting Plum Baskets. They were 2K a piece. The Healing Grape Bunches are easier to steal. Nobody in here? Oh, Hanette's there now. I forget which person in town, but you do get increased provisions from inquiring with Cyrus. Great Blade has 212 physical attack and 80 critical. It's weaker than the Forbidden Blade, but I'm tempted. Really tempted to get one. Just so I don't buff enemies' attack. Skybreaker is a really good physical attack dagger. So we've been using Theory on. Spiked Shields, lower evasion but more defense. You all know that. Falcon Hat has a lot of evasion. Grand Vest, which we do have one of, you can buy here. Grand Armor. It's 30 more physical defense, but again, I think you're better off with the vest because you get some elemental defense with it. And the usual items. And there is your trip around town. Alright. Part I'm going to use for now, I'm going to put in Primrose instead of Alphen. And the reason for that is Dancer. Though now we have the Dancer subclass. I feel like the defense buff is going to be critical. It's going to be really important. So I'm gonna do that. Now Primrose is really low level, so hopefully she will survive. But that's the hope. She's wearing what Alphen had, roughly. Instead of the elemental heavy armor, she is going to wear this primeval robe. She loses elemental attack, but that's not really what she's going to be doing anyway. Unless elemental attack makes the buff stronger. Hard to tell. Who knows? But it gives her more defense. And more SP. So I'm going to go that route. And she's got the plus 50 SP from Stimulating Bracelet and 30 physical and elemental defense. That's what Alphen was wearing. Gave her Gideon's Dagger for speed, so she can go faster and get buffs on people. That's the plan. Oh, and instead of the Starlight Hat, she's going to wear the Fur Cap, more defense. Yeah, everybody else's is still better. Barely, but better. Okay. I think that's... Oh, and I have a McGill's Spear. Which I'm going to take the critical loss for the increased accuracy and physical attack. That way, less chance of missing. And I'm gonna give the Imperial Lance. Well, I want the speed. Yeah, it's fine. Stick with that. Jobs. I know I have a lot to go over. Sorry. Ophelia also has the apothecary job right now, and the reason for that is so she can also give the immunization. There we go. Sorry, had to slow down for that one. With rehabilitate, so we don't get hit with. We can cure status ailments and then make people immune to status ailments. She can do that when she's not having to heal. I know she's usually having to heal, but so keep in mind we're gonna grab Vivify as well because that revives just one ally. It'll save her SP when she doesn't have to revive the whole group. And that's pretty much what I care about here for now. Primrose, I gave the cleric job, so we have that secondary healer again. So she has heal wounds, holy light. I also gave her reflective veil. When they spam elemental attacks, enemies, we can reflect one. She can help divvy those, help get those out along with Ophelia. And gave her revive when I need to revive the whole party, and somehow she's still the only one standing. Right now, that doesn't seem like to be. Well, won't be the case because she's the lowest level by far, but she'll gain levels pretty quick. And we still have Ulbrich as Hunter. The other option was to keep Alfin in the party and make him a dancer. I just feel like the dancer's buffs are going to be important, especially after how we got destroyed by physical attacks. I think that will be helpful. Says for standard attack, you gain SP equal to 1% damage you do. Something to know about the Dancer class, Second Wind, is the third one it gets. Recover a certain amount of SP each turn. This is tempting me to turn Cyrus into a dancer, have him be his secondary job be dancer, just for this skill. And the reason he'd also get access to dark magic. I mean, the only reason he's really a merchant is for rest. The wind magic is a nice bonus, but I have him as a merchant primarily for rest. He has a way to get his own SP back. That would let him get SP back every turn. It'll be the usual 5% because Primrose gets 7, but when she had 140, so I'm guessing 5%. So he'd get 10 back a turn. That's not as much as rest, but he wouldn't have to spend a turn using rest either. He'd just get it back while he's casting spells. He could cast a basic spell, a one-hit spell, and gain SP. So really tempting. Something we're going to keep in mind. Alright, side quest for the rest of this episode. Let's see what these people have to say. One of our scouts reported seeing a huge serpent lately out in the quicksand caves. But no one believed the poor lad. He went off to those caves again on his own, claiming he'd prove us all wrong. Of course, if there really were such a terrible beast, we'd need to take care of it. We couldn't leave such a monster unchecked. Shadow over the sands.
Hi-ho!
Out in the quicksand caves. Okay. We can go do that. Traveled all the way from Still Snow in the far north in search of sweet delicacies to delight my tongue. I thought that perhaps the dates which they sell in this region would be a good addition to my kitchen. I have heard they impart a delightful sweetness to any meal, but the dates I've tasted here, they have an undeniable aftertaste that quite ruins the effect. Somewhere in this wide world there must be the perfect sweetener, capable of pleasing the tongue without such flaws. Hey, we actually have something for that. Beetroot. Here you go. Don't remember where we got this.
Huh.
Oh, something new to try? I'll be happy to do that. Thank you. Yes, indeed, it has promise. This does indeed have promise. It is a clean, pure sweetness indeed. But why? It looks like nothing more than a perfectly common beet. What's that? You say this beet is from my homeland of Still Snow? Ah, that's it. Must be the cold. The cold must cause the beets to develop more sugars as they grow. With this kind of sugar content, I think that I could simply squeeze the roots to extract the sweet juice. Sometimes you could travel the whole world only to find the thing you sought was lying right outside your front door the entire time. That's a good lesson. What kind of gourmand am I? Overlooking the perfect sweet right before me. Clearly there is still much for me to learn. Tempted to start my journey anew, but this time with my eyes properly open to the natural bounty surrounding me. Thank you for giving me a taste of a whole new world. Gourmand's Charm, in search of sweets. Slightly reduces ice and wind damage taken. Okay. My troubles have continued unabated since then, I am afraid. A thief snuck into my room at the inn and stole something of great value from me. Among my belongings, I had a certain letter, you see, but without that letter, we bought that letter. Is this what you need?
Oh my!
You recovered my letter. I cannot tell you how important this is. Still cannot believe that I was burgled. How could I have been so inattentive? Tell me, what has your impression been of the towns here in the Sunlands? Lots of thieves. So much of the desert is utterly inhospitable to human life, yet the people work together to find a way to survive even here. This region has been home to many different tribes since ancient times. King Kalim is in fact the chief of one of those tribes. He's only king now because he gained the trust of the chiefs of the other tribes. He was selected peaceably from among the various chiefs of the Great Assembly. Now all of the tribes enjoy friendly relations. Though, it seems there are those who find such peace to be too dull for their tastes, and that's always where problem comes in. But forgive me. I always seem to end up rambling on about my own concerns when I talk to you. Still, I do hope we might meet again. $6,600 and a magic nut medium. Rhea, born to roam, is as well. Have all of these as well. That I'll use before it's all over, I promise. I know I'm bad about it sometimes. For those of you who've been around the channel a while. Okay. That's everything. So let's a little early. Where'd you say quicksand caves? I don't think I found that. Whistling cavern, no. Probably somewhere over here. Kind of guess. Might be the place to go.
How are you?
think I'm going to end this episode here. A pretty short episode, but I went over everything I did off screen, showed you around town, did 2 of the 3 side quests in town. Don't remember where I got the beetroot, my apologies. Somewhere in Still Snow. It's from Still Snow. And next time we're going to do Obrix, Chapter 3. That's why I don't want to just start it now. We'll have a whole new episode for it. And start it next time. After it, we might try to find the quicksand caves and give that side quest a try. Until the next episode, I'm Cendril. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.